Hey there, I'm Jen, and today we're going to take a closer look at the Dainese Smart Women's Jacket. Now, the Smart Jacket is part of Dainese's D-Air system lineup. What that means is they're utilizing top-of-the-end technology using airbags to give you that protection we normally see provided from a rigid armor system. You know, Dainese has been developing this over several years. It comes from the MotoGP paddock, and now it's getting trickled down to their product line to street and regular consumers. Now, the one we're looking at today, this is specific to the street. They do have another system that's specific to track day and club racing and all that jazz. So if you are looking for an air system specific to that, you want to hop on over and take a peek at that product. And right now we're going to talk about the street specific fit. I do want to point out that this is also an over and under garment. What that means is you can opt to wear this smart vest under a jacket, or you can wear it over your riding jacket. It's kind of up to you how you want to utilize that. Some notes about sizing. So Kelly here is wearing a size medium, and according to the sizing chart and what she normally wears, that is a true to size fit. So our recommendation is go ahead and order the size you would normally wear. This jacket does price in at $750, so it is going to ship to you for free, and as always, our price match policy is in place to guarantee you the lowest price available. All right, so we have so much to talk about with this garment, so we're going to just start diving right into it. I do want to give you a 360 view of the jacket, and we're going to talk about some of the different construction and components that's happening here. So the main construction materials is a stretch and mesh material. Now these materials do not meet an abrasion resistance rating. Because of that fact, I'm going to prefer to wear this under my current riding jackets. If that's the case, if you are like me and you want to wear this under a jacket, we do recommend that you buy your jackets one size larger to accommodate this vest, and when it does deploy, it's going to take up a bit more room. So bear that in mind. It does have a traditional YKK zipper entry here, and you have zipper pockets on either side and a pocket up here on the upper chest. And Dainese has used some of these reflective bits here where you see throughout the vest. This little portion right here, this is going to be your status indicator light, and that's going to give you some cues as to what the system is up to. We're going to talk about that operation in just a second. Before I have Kelly spin around, I want to talk a little bit about the actual air bladders that are inside this vest. So on the inside of the vest, there is a air bladder system. The bladder system is going to cover most of this chest area. It comes up over the collarbone and then into the back. Now Dainese has a patented approach to their airbag because it's filled with these filaments. And what those filaments do is they control the expansion of the air as it gets deployed throughout all the airbags, and also helps with the rigidity compared to just air floating in space. Kelly, if you could turn to the side for us. Quick view in the side, I want to point out that stretch material so it can move and expand with different body types. And then Kelly, if you could turn to the back for us. And this back view, I want to point out, has some reflective hits again on the back. If you're wearing this outside, you're going to have some pop of visibility, and we're seeing a lot more of that mesh used in the back. And down here in the lower back area is that supercomputer, and on either side are air canisters that are going to deploy into the airbag. All right, Kelly, if you want to turn front for us. All right, so now that we've taken a little 360 tour of the Smart Jacket, we're going to talk about the technology that's inside. So that computer I referenced on the back here has a lot of different instruments and sensors that are all at play to make this air system work. It has a gyroscope, accelerometer, GPS that all work on a 3-axis data system to do 1,000 computations per second to detect any anomalies. And when I say anomaly, what I mean is like a crash scenario. So it's a really sophisticated computer that is looking for that instance where, uh-oh, something seems to be wrong, you're not riding in the normal way. We're going to deploy and give you that protection. Now, when it does deploy, how fast does it do it? The Dainese D-Air system in here is going to deploy in 45 milliseconds. What that means, to put it in perspective for you, is deploying faster than the blink of an eye. The average blink of the eye is from 160 to 180 milliseconds. So it's going to rip through there really fast when you have that incident of a crash. But what does it mean when it's full of air? Like, what kind of protection are you getting out of this vest? So there is a whole other certification process involved with airbags from the CE. And what we have here in this Smart Jacket, you have a CE Level 2 rating on the chest and a CE Level 1 rating on the back. And this is about twice as good as what we see in rigid armor. So just bear that in mind. So now that we've gone over that, we're going to show you a little bit of the operation of the Smart Jacket. So Kelly, if you go ahead and unzip a little bit there, and we're going to show how that magnetic button will come together. And this is kind of like the first step of getting your vest ready to be armed for riding. All right, so Kelly has connected there, and we see on the status light symbol that this air system is doing some checks and balances, and it's getting ready to be armed for the ride. It also has a vibration happening in there, so if you do have a jacket on top, it's going to vibrate and also communicate to you as well. Now, the Smart Jacket is going to come with a full instruction manual. You really want to sit down and take your time to read that and understand what all those communications mean. So now that we're connected here, there's two other conditions that need to be met for this Smart Jacket to know and be ready to deploy. One of those conditions that needs to be met is this jacket wants to feel the vibrations of your motorcycle. Once it feels that, it knows to be ready to deploy at any given time. And this is a really good thing, because if you're stopped at a stoplight and you get hit from a rear end collision or any other kind of collision, this jacket knows to be ready. So that is a really upsell on this kind of style air system. Now, the secondary condition it might be looking for is, are you traveling over 6 miles per hour? As soon as you're doing that, then this vest is ready and it knows to be ready to deploy at any time. Now, for riders on e-motorcycles, there is like a little slight downside because your motorcycle doesn't vibrate. So if you're at stops and standstills, just be aware that your vest may not be reading that you're on a motorcycle. So again, just have situational awareness on that. All right, Kelly, you go ahead, unzip and undo that. But yeah, so those are the multi-step systems to make sure that your Smart Jacket is ready and armed and ready to deploy on the ride. All right, and so that's going to do it. That is your general overview of the Dainese Smart Women's Jacket. Again, this is part of the D-Air system. It has that airbag system, and this is a female-specific fit, the only one that we know of in the US market, and it is over-under as well. So you can wear it on top of your riding jacket or under, is totally up to you. Now, if you have more questions about the Dainese Smart Women's Jacket, go ahead and hit the info button on your desktop or mobile device. It'll redirect you to the product page where you see more product features and read some reviews from riders like yourself. If you have even more questions, give our customer service a call and they'll be happy to help you find a protective system that best suits your needs. All right, thanks for hanging out with Kelly and I as we take a closer look at the Dainese Smart Women's Jacket. I'm Jen, keep it on too.